Why do some car brands inspire lifelong loyalty, while others make mechanics laugh when you pull into the shop? Level 1 brands have reliability so bad that Consumer Reports can't even rank them. Level 7, they've been perfecting the same philosophy for 60 years. Here's the truth, your brand loyalty might be misplaced. The reliable brand your parents trusted might be coasting on a 20-year-old reputation. I've ranked every major car brand into 7 levels based on reliability, heritage, and whether they actually respect their customers. Let's find out where your brand lands. Level 1, the avoid list. Level 1 isn't about having a few bad models. Every brand has misses. Level 1 is about chronic, systemic problems, brands that have lost their way, brands where buying any model is a gamble. Let's start with the elephant in the room, Stellantis, specifically the American brands Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. When Fiat and Chrysler merged, then merged again with Peugeot to form Stellantis, they created a company with 14 brands. 14. Abarth, Alfa Romeo, Chrysler, Citroën, Dodge, DS, Fiat, Jeep, Lancia, Maserati, Opel, Peugeot, Ram, and Vauxhall. And the American brands have been starved ever since. Chrysler is down to one model. The 300 sedan ended production in December 2023. All that's left is the Pacifica minivan. There is no plan. This is a brand running out the clock. And here's the kicker. In the 2024 J.D. Power Dependability Study, Chrysler ranked dead last among all brands with 310 problems per 100 vehicles. Not near the bottom. The bottom. That's the worst score in the entire industry. Jeep hit 275 problems per 100 vehicles. The Wrangler has quality issues. The Grand Cherokee has electrical gremlins. The brand that built its reputation on ruggedness is now known for repair bills. Dodge just killed the Charger and Challenger V8s. Ram is falling behind Ford and Chevy in the truck wars. This is the Stellantis death spiral. Cut costs, raise prices, lose customers, repeat. Fiat has reliability so poor that Consumer Reports doesn't even have enough data to rank them. Fix It Again Tony stopped being a joke years ago. It became a warning. They've pulled out of the US market multiple times because they simply cannot compete. Maserati charges luxury prices for economy car reliability. 255 problems per 100 vehicles. The Ghibli and Levante depreciate faster than almost any luxury car on the market. They were the poor man's Ferrari when they had Ferrari engines. Now they don't even have those. And then there's Land Rover. Legendary off-road capability. Legendary unreliability. 270 problems per 100 vehicles. Electrical gremlins that baffle mechanics. Air suspension that fails at the worst times. Infotainment systems that crash constantly. They depreciate 60% or more in 5 years. There's an old joke. The only people who love Land Rovers are people who have never owned one. Level 1 brands aren't just unreliable, they've stopped trying. When your parent company has 14 brands fighting for resources and you're getting the least investment, customers notice. They're noticing with their wallets. Level 2, the frustrating. Level 2 is almost worse than Level 1. These are brands with genuine potential. Brands that show you what they're capable of and then break your heart. Alfa Romeo makes some of the most beautiful cars on the road. The Giulia Quadrifoglio is genuinely world-class. The driving experience is passionate, engaging, everything Italian cars should be. And then you see the Consumer Reports score, 44 out of 100, dead last among ranked brands, electrical issues, build quality inconsistencies. It's the brand you desperately want to love but cannot trust. Volkswagen destroyed their credibility with Dieselgate, the emissions cheating scandal that cost them billions and their customers' trust. But the problems didn't stop there. 267 problems per 100 vehicles in the 2024 J.D. Power study. Their infotainment systems are notoriously buggy. The ID.4 and other EVs are plagued with software issues. The GTI and Golf R are still great drivers' cars, but the brand overall is struggling to remember what made it great. Nissan after Carlos Ghosn is a cautionary tale. The CVT transmission issues became legendary, and not in a good way. The Altima went from segment leader to rental car queen. The Z-Car revival is genuinely good, but the rest of the lineup is stale, uninspired, and coasting. And Infiniti, basically abandoned. Nissan is a brand running on fumes from 20 years ago. Mitsubishi once made the Evo and the Eclipse, genuine enthusiast cars that built a cult following. Now, the Mirage, the Outlander, and the Eclipse Cross, a crossover SUV wearing the name of a legend like a Halloween costume. They have no identity, no innovation, and no reason to exist except as Renault Nissan's life support patient. Level 2 brands break your heart. They show you flashes of brilliance, then remind you can't trust them with your money. Level 3, the improving. Level 3 is where things get interesting. These are brands that were once problematic but have genuinely improved, or solid brands with enough weaknesses that you need to do your homework. Let's start with the greatest turnaround story in automotive history: Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis. In the 1990s, Hyundai was a punchline: cheap Korean cars that fell apart. Nobody took them seriously. 20 years later, they offer a 10-year warranty because they're confident in their quality. Genesis is legitimately competing with BMW and Mercedes. The Kia EV6 won World Car of the Year. But and this is important, they're not perfect. The Theta II engine recalls affected millions of vehicles. Their EVs have had ICCU issues, a shared electrical component that's caused problems across all three brands. They've improved dramatically, but they're still proving themselves. General Motors is the definition of inconsistent. Buick, yes, Buick, scored 143 problems per 100 vehicles. That's second place in J.D. Power, behind only Lexus. The Corvette is world-class. The Silverado is solid. But then you have the Blazer EV launch disaster, the redesigned SUVs with teething problems. Cadillac's EV push is ambitious but buggy. GM is bipolar, brilliant one model, terrible the next. That's level 3. Ford has great ideas. The Bronco revival is a hit. The Maverick created a segment. The F-150 remains a benchmark. But quality control on new models has been inconsistent. Explorer and Expedition have had problems. Ford has vision. They just need to execute more consistently. Subaru has a loyal fanbase for good reason. Genuine AWD expertise. Personality in a sea of appliance cars. The head gasket issues of the past are mostly resolved. But the CVT transmissions raise eyebrows, and boxer engine oil consumption is still a thing. Solid, but not spectacular. That's level 3. Level 3 is the do your homework tier. The brand might be great, but you need to know which specific models to buy and which to avoid. Level 4, the solid choices. Level 4 is where you stop worrying. These are brands you can trust. Not perfect, nothing is, but consistently good across the lineup. Honda is the brand engineers buy for their own families. Civic, Accord, CR-V, the reliability trifecta, consistently above average in every survey every year. But they're not boring. NSX, S2000, Civic Type R Integra Type R. Honda has enthusiast credibility backed by bulletproof reliability. Their resale values are among the best in the industry because buyers know what they're getting. Mazda punches so far above its weight, it's almost unfair. 161 problems per 100 vehicles, third best in J.D. Power 2024, a small company making cars that feel special. The MX-5 Mazda is the best-selling sports car in history because it delivers exactly what it promises. The CX-5 and CX-50 offer driving dynamics that embarrass competitors. Skyactiv technology is genuinely innovative. Zoom Zoom isn't just marketing, it's real. Now here's a controversial one. BMW. Yes, maintenance costs are high. Yes, older models had issues. Anyone remember the VA and OS problems, the cooling system failures? But current BMWs are surprisingly good. In the 2024 Consumer Reports rankings, BMW placed number 9 in reliability and number 1 overall when combining reliability, road test scores, and safety. Number 1. The M division still makes genuine driver's cars when everyone else is adding weight and removing steering feel. BMW is better than its reputation suggests. Acura is the quiet kid in the corner doing everything right. Honda reliability with more features. The Integra revival is solid. The Type S models are excellent. No drama, no headlines, just consistent quality. Level 4 is where you stop second-guessing. Pick almost any model from these brands and you'll probably be happy. Level 5, the elite. Level 5 brands don't follow trends, they set them. When other manufacturers need a benchmark, they're measuring against these. Toyota invented it just works. 162 problems per 100 vehicles, consistently top tier for decades. The Camry is the default answer to what car should I buy. The Corolla has been reliable transportation for 50 years. The Land Cruiser is the global standard for durability. There are million-mile examples still running in the Australian outback and African bush. They invented hybrid technology with the Prius and perfected it while everyone else was trying to catch up. Conservative to a fault, maybe, but it works. Lexus is what happens when Toyota decides to embarrass the Germans. 140 problems per 100 vehicles, number 1 in J.D. Power for 3 consecutive years. 3. When the LS400 launched in 1989, it terrified Mercedes and BMW. Toyota reliability in a package that matched German luxury and undercut them on price. Lexus proved you could have refinement without the repair bills. Porsche is the brand that proves performance and reliability aren't mutually exclusive. 186 problems per 100 vehicles, the best among European luxury and performance brands by a significant margin. The 911 has been the sports car benchmark for 60 years. The same basic layout, engine in the back, timeless silhouette, refined over 6 decades until it became something approaching perfection. Le Mans World Rally Championship, Paris-Dakar, Formula One as an engine supplier. Porsche doesn't just make cars, they prove them in the harshest conditions on Earth. Level 5 brands are the standard. Everyone else is trying to catch up. Level 6, the institutions. Level 6 is different. These aren't just car companies, they're historical institutions. The automotive industry wouldn't exist in its current form without them. Mercedes-Benz invented the automobile. Period. 1886. Carl Benz, the patent motorwagen. Before Mercedes, there were no cars. They invented the crumple zone. They pioneered ABS. They made safety a selling point when everyone else treated cars as death traps. The S-Class has been the luxury benchmark for 50 years. Now their current reliability isn't what it used to be. They ranked in the bottom half in recent surveys. But the legacy is undeniable. They invented the car and they keep reinventing it. Ferrari isn't a car company, it's a religion. Formula One's most successful team ever, the most valuable automotive brand in the world, and the most profitable. Ferrari averages over $120,000 profit per car sold. Per car, no one else comes close. The 250 GTO sold privately for $70 million, and when the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe went for $142 million at auction in 2022, it proved just how high the institution bar goes. These aren't just cars, they're priceless artifacts. The prancing horse is recognized globally, and here's the thing: you can't just walk in and buy a new Ferrari. You have to be approved. You have to own previous Ferraris. The waiting list is the status symbol. Ford put America on wheels. The Model T democratized the automobile. The assembly line changed manufacturing forever. The F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle in America for over 40 years. The Mustang created the pony car segment. The GT40 beat Ferrari at Le Mans 4 years in a row out of pure spite. The blue oval is American automotive identity. Chevrolet and General Motors created American car culture. The Corvette has been America's sports car for 70 years. The small block V8 is the most produced engine design in history. The Suburban has been in production since 1935. They literally invented the SUV. Level 6 brands aren't just companies, they're chapters in history books. Their successes and their failures shaped everything that came after. Level 7, the Untouchables. Level 7 is the rarest tier. These are brands that achieved something almost impossible, sustained excellence across every measure, for generations, without major scandals or quality collapses. Only 3 brands qualify: Toyota and Lexus, and I'm counting them together because they're 2 expressions of the same philosophy. Most reliable brand for 30-plus years, largest automaker in the world by volume, invented hybrid technology and perfected it while everyone else struggled to copy them. The Land Cruiser has million-mile examples documented. The Lexus LS400 humiliated European luxury when it launched and never looked back. Every efficiency measure, every quality control process, every aspect of their manufacturing, industry-leading. Lexus has been number 1 in J.D. Power dependability for 3 consecutive years, not because they got lucky, because they systematically eliminated every possible failure point. Toyota proved you can have reliability and refinement. You can be boring and brilliant. Porsche has almost never made a bad car. Now, hardcore enthusiasts might point to the 996 generation 911 and early Boxster. The IMS bearing failures were a real problem that could cause catastrophic engine failure. Fair criticism. But here's the thing: Porsche acknowledged it, fixed it, and moved on. 1 generation of issues in 60 years of excellence. That's still an incredible track record. The 914, underrated. The 924, better than its reputation. The Cayenne saved the company and became the benchmark luxury SUV. The 911 is 60 years of continuous improvement to one design. They didn't abandon it for something new, they perfected it. GT3, GT2 RS, Carrera GT, 918 Spider, all-time greats. Most Le Mans wins of any manufacturer. Among the most profitable mainstream automakers per vehicle. The brand where even the base model is exceptional. Honda is what happens when engineers run the company instead of accountants. They dominated motorcycles, then brought that engineering culture to cars. VTEC changed how engines could deliver power. The NSX embarrassed Ferrari with reliability while matching them on performance. Civic Type RS 2000, Integra Type R. Legends. And through it all, consistent, bulletproof reliability. Cars that just work for decades. Level 7 isn't about being perfect. It's about being excellent for so long that excellence becomes expected. These 3 brands raised the bar and kept it there for generations. So that's the 7 levels of car brands. I know you're already typing a comment about why your brand should be higher. Good, that means you care. Here's the point: brand loyalty should be earned, not inherited. The brand your parents trusted might not be the same company today. Tell me, which brand did I rank too high, too low? The comments are open. If this changed how you think about car brands, hit subscribe. New video every week. Next up, the 7 levels of sports cars. See you there.